Now, your Storm Tracker team forecast with meteorologist Alex Noel.
Good evening, everyone. Again, a closer look at the live Viper radar. A cluster of showers and isolated thunderstorms have passed us already, but we've got more on the way right now, currently in the Lafayette to Opelousas and Alexandria region. But this is all slowly moving eastward, eventually southeastward, and that's going to continue for the rest of the evening. Now, we're not really expecting the overall potential for strong to severe thunderstorms to be at a premium. It's actually quite low, but the main threat that we're keeping an eye on is the heavy rainfall. We need every drop we can get, which is why we're, again, thankful for it. We just don't need it all to happen at the same time. That's where we get into flash flooding and street flooding rather rapidly, especially around the Acadian Thruway area. Here's a look at rainfall totals over the past 24 hours, specifically earlier. That was over the last 2 days. So this is what we've gotten just over the past day. Baton Rouge seeing over 1.5 inches, Denham Springs about 1.5 inches, as well as Jackson and Plaquemine seeing almost 2 inches, Napoleonville again in that area as well. Further south you go, you're seeing that higher rain band area where all the yellow is at, versus if we isolated the previous 24 hours before this, it would actually be the northern half of the region north of I-10 and I-12 seeing that same effect. So the good news is all of the greater Baton Rouge region has received rainfall likely over the past 2 to 3 days, but some areas are seeing more than they bargained for all in the same day. A flash flood risk, that slight level 2 out of 4, is still in effect for the rest of the night and early tomorrow morning. So if you know you have to drive through an area that's on the lower residing side or is prone to flash flooding, maybe take a different route until earlier tomorrow morning. Temperatures have benefited greatly from all of this. Baton Rouge, you're sitting pretty at 56 degrees. Further south where that rain quite hasn't reached there yet, you're still in the mid to lower 60s. Further north, we're seeing Macomb at 53. It's not really feeling like mid to late spring. Dew point temperatures, you can see exactly where that frontal boundary is located here. A lot drier off towards the north, also meaning that, again, it's going to be a little bit less humid once temperatures eventually come down with it. Further south, that's where a lot of that moisture is still located, closer to the Gulf. Over the past 6 hours, satellite radar shows our stalling front. It's not going anywhere, or it's not heading anywhere quickly for sure. And that's why all of the shower activity has been slow to move across our region today. Let's take a look at the future tracker for just a moment so we understand timing here. And it's not so much placement that we're so specific about, because a lot of this is very broad and scattered. But later tonight, closer to midnight, that is when we'll see more showers and isolated thunderstorms possible. By about sunrise tomorrow, all of that should be east of our region, leaving the rest of the day clear from rainfall. The cloud cover will be slower to clear by the early afternoon. We should see some thinning of that. A bit breezy at times thanks to high pressure quickly moving in on Sunday and keeping us dry for the next 2 to 3 days afterwards. So here's a look at tonight's forecast. Again, overnight lows, you're in those mid-50s. Showers and thunderstorms are expected. Winds, again, a bit breezy out of the north-northeast. Tomorrow, daytime highs rebound only into those, again, upper 60s and lower 70s. Rainfall clears early, and throughout the next 7 days, rainfall does not play a major role in the forecast. Sunday through Tuesday, that'll return on Wednesday throughout the rest of the work week, and with that increase of rainfall comes an increase of your temperatures from the lower 70s back to the mid 80s from Saturday to Wednesday. Stick around, we have more news after the break.